Been drinking.
Are we recording?
Hold on, while you do that,
Are we recording?
Rolling.
Yes.
Say roll tide.
Roll Tide!
No, roll bride.
Roll tide.
That comes later.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, back to you.
No.
All right, everybody.
Nobody told me.
Go ahead.
Everybody.
You forgot?
Thank you all for coming. I know there are a bunch of people who couldn't make it, and they're represented by your presence here. This is the best gift of all the wedding gifts, your presence here. Every one of you represent an aspect of our lives from the past, and now all of you need to know how we met so you have that all figured out. Back in December '79, I was a messenger just out of college, working as in a quickie job. Next door was a photo booth. And since I like having my pictures developed, I said, how convenient, there's somebody next door. I thought she was cute.
She was always on the phone.
And she spoke with a Long Island accent. So that took me right there. It's like somebody who speaks English in the strangest possible accent, most foreign I ever heard. I finally worked up enough courage 2 weeks after I started, and toward the end of December after the holiday, to ask her if she'd develop a roll of film for me. Sure, it was a 4-month-old roll of film, but I guess it had a purpose. I go up to her and she says to me, the very first thing she says to me is...
What's your last name and phone number during the day?
And I'm thinking now, 2016, I would say, well, if you wait 36 and a half years, your last name will be mine and my phone number will be yours.
Lovely.
Yay, you!
We went out for about a month or so, and then I changed jobs. It took me to the real world, where I ended up making my first mistake, and in that course of time she made 2 mistakes of similar nature. In that time though, I would always think about her, just in passing. There was a thing we had when we first met. I had a calculator by Casio called the Melody 80. It was able to record time, in that you could put a date and subtract the number of days. Like if you put in your birthday from today's date, it would give you the number of days you've been
And
alive.
a calendar in it.
And it had a calendar, granddaddy. And what happened was interesting was that she liked that so much, she went and bought one from the electronics store across the way.
Although then they called it an office equipment store. They sold typewriters and mechanical calculators. It wasn't.
Plus it played music. It had the keys you punch in, it would do do, the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Any case, what happened was, I got a new job and moved across town, so I did not see her. And by coincidence, I worked as a vendor at Yankee Stadium during that time. 2.5 years later, somebody calls me, a pair of people wave from the distance of the upper deck at Yankee Stadium, first base side, and I'm head up there for a beer. And there I see Linda Sue Reed. She had somebody with her, and she says that's her husband, Tom. That's his nickname, Tom. In any case, I said, that's great. And since whenever I see somebody I know at a ball game, I give them a free beer. You don't want to know how I make up for that sum of money, but that's okay. That's not the main point. The thing is, though, I thought as I walked away back then, this is 1982, from December 79 to December 80, when I first met her at the time at the photo place, and I was a messenger. I said, that's great, she got married. That's it. In any case, we fast forward to 2016. What a lot of people don't know, through a very bad disaster, the place where I was living in Brooklyn for 16 years got flooded, and I had to evacuate. Some people know about that, a lot of people don't. In effect, I was homeless. And thank you to my brother Richard. Where is he? Taking pictures.
Yay, Richie!
Who, by the way, he's been so generous to lend me the space to live for these past 6 months, but not only that, he was so generous enough to lend me his birthday to commemorate this public occasion. So please, a toast,
Yay, Richie!
Hey, Richie.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
This party is part for you.
What happened was in May, which is 2 months after I moved in with Richie, I always do a search for people from my past thanks to the internet. It makes that possible. I came across a name, plugged in her name in LinkedIn, and it said Linda Sue Reed, School of Visual Arts. It also said FDNY, and it also said Alabama. I said, well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. I know that book. Let me take a chance. I sent a note. If this is the Linda Sue Reed who worked at 7 Hour Photo, hello from Dennis, from Dart Messenger. The next day I got a reply, and it said, yes, I remember you. You're fun. And from what I remember, I don't remember much else of that past. It was a very trying time. What happened was she just lost her mother in December, early December. Lost her mother to cancer at age 43. 41. Okay, I'm number challenged. In any case, what happened was we communicated via email, and on the first email, the last thing she said was, I still have that calculator somewhere in my drawer. Every time I see it, I smile.
Wow.
What happened, I said, would you like to talk? Yak on the phone. Speaking verbal shorthand slang, which is mangled English. Eventually that happened. That was May 14th. 17 weeks ago, I think. 18?
Close enough.
Whatever. Point is, we started talking. Our very first phone conversation was
8
an
hours.
8-hour conversation into the night.
5 a.m. we hung up.
I could have gotten paid a century for a day's work, which would have been only pennies per serving, but
Before taxes.
laughter pause, laughter pause, laughter pause, okay. And now, at one point in that conversation, where we realized, this is the amazing part, in the time we were apart, we were talking about the things we had done. She loved photographs, and I love taking pictures too. That's something we talked about when we first met. But she loved taking photographs of Coney Island, and the people from Century know it's been a ritual since I moved here in Brooklyn in 2000. And I would attend the fireworks every Friday to just watch the fireworks, lay on the beach. I invited a whole bunch of Century 21 people. They became my extended family, and we did that as a ritual every week. That we survived, B, we're living on shit wages, and C, we're enjoying each other's company. And thanks to people like Gladys, thank you, and Alexis, thank you. We had liquid grease skidding, where after the fireworks, we would start talking in a foreign language that no one would understand, but we enjoyed because we were just so rollicking drunk. In any case, and I keep saying that, I'm sorry, other coincidences we had found, and there were a bazillion coincidences, and she started to list them. Host relationship. She loved the Yankees and baseball. She would hang out in Yankee Stadium. I was a vendor, and that's the time we encountered each other. She loves taking pictures of the fireworks. I love taking pictures of the fireworks. She sent me pictures from where she would take the fireworks, which is at the aquarium. I sent her a picture that happened to be taken right there. I sent her a picture of the Coney Island sunset, which is September 14th, which 2 years ago was 2 years exactly before the actual
I
wedding
looked
we
at the
had.
picture. I said, "Did you take my pictures?"
How'd
That's
you mix
my
up my
pictures.
pictures? That's how much
It's
of a
the same.
coincidence and coincidence we had. In the middle of our first conversation, I asked her, here's the $1 million question. Are you going out with anybody? She said,
No. He actually said, "Are you attached?"
Are you attached to any human at this
No.
time?
And then
Electronic, it's okay.
a few sentences later, I said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 wait. Are you attached?"
I said, no. But then she asked the second $1 million question, which was,
Where do
Where-
you want to go with this?
and realizing that after 36 years, I realized this was a cosmic message of a second chance. I didn't tell her I was homeless or broke, because when you work at Century, it's synonymous. And I hope that goes out on YouTube. But I did tell her, this is a cosmic second chance. Is there something to this? I would like to see how it goes, because whatever happened back 36 years ago in 1979, 1980, you know, we went about our lives. The fact that we coincided and talked about and had similar interests, such as the baseball, such as the photography, such as hockey. She loves hockey, I love hockey.
And that's what he kept saying. You like hockey
Go Isles.
and baseball.
I said I go to Burger King and I order my burgers,
Oh,
no
White
pickle,
Castle.
extra mayo, extra onions. Okay,
No,
two out.
White
White
Castle.
Castle. I like my sliders, no pickle, heavy onions. She goes,
Stop. You said what? That's exactly what I get at White Castle.
and she started compiling a list. And the list I don't have with me, but it's pretty lengthy about things we liked.
The Q train.
We lived in the same train, on the same train to the same neighborhood, Sheepshead Bay. I lived in Midwood, 2 stops away. We'd be riding the same train probably, and she'd be there, you know, maybe. And like, I always wondered what happened at the time. And I'd do an internet search, plug in a name, a friend, a classmate, or a person like Linda Sue Reed. I get an address or something, and I thought, oh, that's cool. I found that she was living in 24th Street in Sheepshead Bay. I never followed up on it. The point was, when we had the dialogue, we ended up talking with each other. And this has led to this moment. She just wanted to surprise me and come up on 4th of July. I said, my birthday's coming up. Why don't you come up then? And she did. In any case, what we have has been something completely special, and I wanted to share that with all of you and those who aren't present, my parents up above, my grandmother up above, and the people who couldn't make it today. You know, I appreciate that they give us their thoughts, and I asked for that. I wanted to say, I love this woman. I'm committed to stay with her. Yes, we have to work out some things, but that comes with any relationship. The important thing is we are together. We're not going to be apart. And the most important thing after that is that you're here representing other people who couldn't make it, and that's important. I want to thank you all on behalf of both of us. And beyond that, wish us the best, because we will have the best.
Mazel tov.
We have the best friends.
Mazel tov.
Thank you,
And
thank
then,
you.
yay us.
Yeah,
Everybody has a pin that says yay them, except the wedding party, which is Janice, Richard, the best man, saying yay us. The origin of that came from a statement, which I will paraphrase because I'm greased by, oh yeah, thank you to Faye
The bartender.
for imparting the gift of sex on the beach for all of us.
Yay, the bartender.
Yes. Be sure to tip your serve staff well.
Well, there was a statement that Dennis made that said, thank you to everyone who struck out, fumbled,
Drop the ball,
dropped
lost
the
in the
ball.
clouds,
Yeah, this and
punted.
punted away, and then things like that, and gave me a second chance at bat. Yay me.
That's where it
So
began.
yay me came to yay us, and now it's
So
yay,
by extension, it's yay them.
yay yous. You're
so-
from Brooklyn. Yay yous.
While you look at your button, and you look at your buttons and it says yay them, you see the Y, and there are 2 Y's there, and there's a little circle. It's not a martini glass with an olive.
It's a little head saying
Head.
It's
yay.
a victory
Yay.
sign.
Yay.
Yay.
And that's the meaning of that, and that's why it became important. And thank you again, Richie, for providing voluntarily this wonderful means of making a commemorative that all of us can share and keep. Yay, the fuck all of us.
And happy birthday, Richie.
And happy
Happy birthday, Richie.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you. I want to thank my brother Alan, who came up from Virginia for this night.
Yay, Alan!
Yay. I second that.
On the day of our wedding, which was 2 days ago, when it was made official, my older brother Carlos made it up here.
Oh, nice.
On
Down
a trip
here.
down here from Buffalo, yes. I am Space Challenge besides Number Challenge. Besides Coherency Challenge. He made the trip with his daughter Alexa, who lives in the city and is a cook. And she was trying to make it today too. So if there's updates after the speech, let's find out where she is. I just want to say that, you know, that everybody made a bohemian effort. When Linda Stu came up in June,
For your birthday?
yeah, I forgot to tell you the part of when I proposed to her by accident, kind of, sort of. We'll put that in writing. for the movie version.
Yeah, I was in New York for 9.5 hours, and we went to Flushing Meadow Park.
Where we first met. This is the first time in 36 years.
And
plus.
I'm only here for 9 hours. Just got there that afternoon. And we're sitting on the edge of the
Unisphere in the fairgrounds.
fairgrounds. And Dennis said, "Sit down." And I said, "Okay, I'll sit down." I didn't know what was going on. Go ahead.
When I had to evacuate the house, I called it displacement. When I had to be displaced, I picked out my valuable stuff and put it in my camera bag because I know my camera bag never leaves me. I'm putting away my camera after we took pictures at the Unisphere. This is on a Saturday night. Richie told me about a thing called the Queen's Night Market at the fairgrounds. Prince Purple, I can remember his unfortunate passing, who, by the way, has the same birthday as myself. In any case, we wandered to the Unisphere, and we started taking pictures. As I put away my camera, there's something I feel at the very top lid, and I find it's my high school ring. So, with it in my hand, I ask her to sit down on the rim of the fountain.
And then he says, "Which hand does the ring go on?"
Because I'm ignorant that way. She goes the left hand. So I go on my good knee, of which I have none really, but I went on my best knee, and I said, "This is only a technical rehearsal." I pull out the ring, slip it, my high school ring, put it on her finger, and I said, "Will you marry me?" She proceeds to cry and says,
Yes.
I know. This is a technical rehearsal I have, you know. And of course, oh yeah, for the record, everyone knows about the face bombing incident.
So I wore the ring, and it was just the high school ring, but it was, I knew it's a high school ring.
It was a
And then a few weeks later, when Dennis says he's going to update his Facebook status I thought he was going to just put in a relationship. Next thing he puts up there is he's engaged, and Facebook busted out the PA system and told everybody within hearing distance.
And the entire known universe and the uncharted universe that I'm engaged. And all of a sudden the congratulations report. And I only wanted to make it.
And it was like a little bit of a scramble, not really like damage control, but just a scramble to fill in the blanks. So he got past that, but then the next week he proceeded to give birth to a live cow as his life event.
Just to displace the other one.
Just to play with it a little bit, and so
That's
I
why
found out he gave birth to a live cow.
when I seriously changed after Wednesday, the
I
fact
don't know. I think a little bit differently of him now that I know that he's a mother.
and I have my body back.
Yeah, where's your... Yeah. Janice has a lot of pictures for him.
Yeah, she has a lot of baby pictures. Thank you, Dad. Anyway, this concludes this part of the conversation. Unfortunately, when we were planning this, and thank you all for responding through our wedding page, we had no idea what to do afterwards because, hey, we're building the plane as we're flying it. But it's up, if anyone has any suggestions of what to want to do.
Eat.
Yeah, something like that. But the venue is where? Someplace close by would be good. And
Yeah.
we're thinking of White Castle, which I don't think is open.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're not.
The
Because
parks aren't
season
open.
ended. The season ended like as of yesterday.
Well, they're open weekend,
Yes.
but not today. Is not a
And
weekend.
this ain't no
Today's
weekend.
Friday.
So
Right, but it's
there
Saturday,
is,
Sunday only. Through
Gladys-
Columbus Day.
Gladys in the past took us to a pizza place called Grimaldi's. I'd rather keep something close. I got the wonderful gift from Seth of Nathaniel's hot dogs, which I call Nathan's, but I always call Nathaniel's Fine Dining. In any case, I would like to, it's up to Grabs what we would like to do. There are some people who couldn't make it to the actual ceremony, but would want to be with us and are on their way. Mahalia from Century, and perhaps Nissan also from Century. But this pretty much concludes the formal event gathering. Afterwards, everybody, we did it early enough because we wanted people to have their own evening still intact. And other people have things to do, like Mark Wasserman, my friend from over 22 or 24 years at this point, since 1992. So that's 1990, 26. This is a beer
Traction
talking.
challenge.
This isn't beer. But my gratitude to him for providing me with the place where I first lived, which I had to evacuate because of the displacement. In any case, I just want to thank everybody for showing up, for being here. Your presence means so much to us.
Hey, Dennis,
Yes, sir.
shut up and kiss her.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yes, let's have a vote.
I didn't get a kiss picture. Wait a minute. Cameras up. Cameras up. Cameras up.
I do not need.
Wait, hold on.
I do not need a sex on the beach. Thank you again. Thank
Sex in the mountains.
You're
Are you ready?
I'm going to do this.
JL.
I'm going to do this. And please don't lit matches near me.
Okay. Oh, baby. Woo. Sweetheart, sweetheart, sweetheart.
Keep you forever. I love you.
We're gonna play the song. Play the song.
Yes.
There you go. First dance.
I'll tell you, everybody, I said it before in other channels, but that simply, my description of dancing is in agreement with the medical profession's description of an epileptic seizure or a spastic reaction. And coupled with sex on the beach, I think it's going to be one of those. So goodbye.
It's like a Skinner song. He's cutting a rug at a place called The Jug with a girl named Linda Sue.
Holy shice. Thank you, everybody.
Yay!
You know I have all of your best wishes. We have all of your best wishes.
Love you guys.
Thank you so much. And representing those that couldn't make it makes even more.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing the food.
Everybody, thank you for coming. She says we cut the heart out, then we go through the heart that's left, the hole that's left.
Well, that beats the Orthodox Jewish method.
Is the lighting good, or do you want to do the other side?
No, lighting's fine.
We're good?
No, Dennis. Right there.
Anybody watching this? Anybody have a camera? It's not a race, we're just trying to
Not a race. Go ahead.
We're not racing, we're aiming to stay together forever.
Yeah, you will.
And we will. I guess we keep that part talking, yes. Because everybody else is holding it cheap. Everybody, please
Just do
hold
it.
We need your best wishes. This is part of it.
Maybe we gotta get inside of it.
you get there.
Jen, this is a cool.
You know it's
Do we get inside right now?
Going to the warehouse.
You have to move over.
Uh-oh.
I'll wait. Oh, she's up there. Holy nice.
It's not a race, Dennis.
Well, show my racing.
Hey, get your point to the drop.
Same time, you gotta be.
Hold on, wait.
Catch it to the drop. I got it.
Right now the clip is open. Hard day's night.
Get inside.
Wait, I'm sorry. Pull it downward because it's not a heart, it's a spade. Hold it down that
Up
way.
on this end. Up on this end. We gotta hold it.
Which way do you walk?
Carry her? No, she can carry me. She's EMT. She can carry me. Have three, sex on the beach. Have three.
I gotta get a picture.
You have to go over it.
Okay.
Wait.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because Dennis is knee challenged.
I'm thinking
I
Bobby
wonder
is
why,
too, isn't he?
Huh?
Bobby's
A couple
having.
of fastballs in the knee.
Oh,
All right, we walk through
More
it
than a
now.
fastball. We walk through?
Okay. Yay!
Yay!
Dennis, your rose is falling.
Yeah.
I promise one thing, you still have go play
So you
baseball.
can-
That was great.